First up, Joel Arscott in the red on the court there. You can see him with the right hand. He is going to be up against Mason Smales, who is the left-hander. Just a youngster. Mason coming in as a 15-year-old with a world ranking, albeit around about 500 in the world. 15 years old. He'll be a little raw, but he'll be right into it. That's the first match of the night, and starting up very shortly. The second contest tonight will be a good one with Leo Fatialofa. We saw him play last weekend and just saw how athletic he is. 17-year-old up against Glenn Templeton, the big man there from the Bay of Plenty in New Zealand. And third match will be Elijah Thomas, also 17, up against the senior player in the competition, Michael Shelton-Agar. And the final match for the first round is the pinball Jack Kondo from Auckland, New Zealand, up against Temwa Chilisi, who won the first tournament here last week. Temwa Chilisi defeating Joe Arscott in 4 games in the final. So that is the lineup for today. We hope you join us and enjoy some live squash action. We'll be back with you very shortly. Great to have you joining in from wherever you are around the world. Of course, squash is allowed to be played in New Zealand. The country went into level 2 just over a week ago, and within 24 hours there was squash being played here at Squash XL. And thank you very much to Heather Finlay, who is the referee, the official for this weekend and for last weekend as well. Certainly as things got a bit more intense, she had to do a bit more work, in fact. So we're watching 15-year-old, he's only 15 in the orange, that is Mason Smales, the left-hander from the Henderson Club in Auckland. A big club, but very much a family-orientated club. And like most 15-year-olds, you get out there and you just want to win everything really quickly. He's got good hands. Not always going to work. And we know we have plenty of supporters there for Mason as well from the Henderson Club, alongside Leo Fatialofa, also from that club as well. So great to see the youngsters having a go. And it might just take a little while. You've got to remember that prior to last week, no one had had a competitive match in New Zealand for around about 8 weeks. So let's just see how Mason plays this particular rally. So far been consistent, not trying too much. And then, as we say that, we see the error. So just a matter for Mason Smales just to hit that extra ball, not try too much too early. And also to understand that Joel Arscott does actually live at the premises here and gets to play and train all the time. It will be good for Mason Smales to play against someone like Joel and see some of the other players as well train, just to see how to step up that little bit more. So there we go. That is the first game straight away there to Joel ARSCOTT over Mason SMALES. And as we make our way into the second game with Joel ARSCOTT already up 2-love, let's see what Mason SMALES can actually do and see if he can keep his head and try and figure out the best way to win points. He does have very good hands, and being the left-hander, he is able to hold the ball very well. Remember, this is a first round match. You play 3 matches every day for each competitor of the 8. It's really the next match that is the tough one everybody's expecting, with the very athletic Leo Fatialova up against the tall and powerful Glenn Templeton. Templeton not always looking as though he moves, but he does because he's so tall, gets around the court quite well. And this particular match, it is Mason SMALES in for Anthony Leaper from last week. And an opportunity for the young player to learn, and sometimes you take away a lot more from your defeats than you do from your wins. Remember, he is 15 years old. And for those people online, you'll be getting plenty of entertainment in the next match coming up with Fatialova against Templeton. But in the meantime, it is Joel ARSCOTT racing away with the first game. There is 4 matches tonight. And certainly Mason SMALES needs to get to the front of the court a lot more. He's getting taught a lesson by Joel ARSCOTT of how to use the middle of the court and push him back, control the pace. And game ball again. And a little bit lazy on that particular shot. So that is the second game there. So just think when you're a 15-year-old what it was like to actually get a bit of a drubbing by the more experienced players, and how you could overcome that and how you can move forward. Into the third game. Let's see if the left-hander, Mason SMALES, can do anything here. A little bit too tricky with some of his shots. Just play it consistent. Just a bit of indecision again from Mason. Needs to be more assertive with his own game. Oh, there you go, one back. Albeit a slightly unorthodox shot with the inside-out slice. Seems to be something that he really likes. That's it. playing a little bit better than this, the third, but then he does that little dink, which was never going to get there. Now, get to the front. Just been dictated to a little bit in some of these points. Well done. Well done. You may be losing, but you've got to appreciate the good shocks. And that was a good one there. Well done. Nice play. One of the things you do have to remember is that as a junior, whether it's 15, 16 or younger, is that you may dominate your age group, but when you come up against a more mature and older player who trains more, that's when sometimes you can be showing up. It's also when your work rate really has to go into it. And that corner there. And that corner is won a couple points for both players. The ball just dying a little bit. It's not warm outside. Getting a little bit cooler in Auckland. But a much better performance in this, the third, from Mason Smales. Let's see what he can do now. He should have some confidence back. But it is now 8-3 to Joel ARSCOTT. Remember, he was a finalist here last weekend. I'm sure anybody watching can see plenty of racket skills from Mason Smales. Let's just see whether we get him running after the ball a little bit more and being a bit more consistent. We just want to see him running a little bit more for some of those. But let's just see what he can do. He's got a couple more matches in this tournament over the next couple of days. When he hits the ball pure, it's very pure. There we go, match one. Well, there you go, Joel ARSCOTT taking that in straight games there.